What's up, everyone? You're tuned into Codoholic, your go-to spot for simple and smart coding tricks. Simple Java dice game from scratch. Step 1. Declare a variable to keep track of the dice value. Next, we should get input from the user. Let's add a condition to ensure the input value is greater than 0. So should check the condition where the input is greater than 0. After that, we need to calculate the total result. Now, we'll display the ASCII value of the character entered by the user. Get the ASCII values. Here, we declare the main method, which is required to run the program. Now, we'll use scanner to get input from the user. Scanner dice equals new scanner. Have to close the scanner so dice close method is called. We are creating an instance of the random class to simulate the dice roll. Random rand equals new random. Here, we declare an integer variable named num of dice. We declare an integer variable named total to hold the final sum. Here, we print a message asking the user to enter the number of dice to roll. Here, we take input from the user and store it in the num of dice variable. Next, let's add a condition to make sure the number of dice is greater than 0. Now, we show the result by printing that the dice was rolled. Otherwise, show an error message that negative numbers are not allowed. Let's run the program to see the output by entering a value. As you can see, the output displays, the dice is rolled. When the input is 0, the condition fails and an error message is shown. We don't need this message anymore, so let's remove it. Next, let's use a for loop that executes according to the number entered by the user. The loop will continue as long as I is less than or equal to num of dice. After every iteration, I increases by 1. Next, let's declare a local variable named roll inside the loop. Inside the loop, we generate a random number between 1 and 6. Next int, 1, 7, gives us values from 1 to 6. 7 is excluded, so the dice will never roll a 7. This simulates a real dice roll. Each time the loop runs, we get a new random dice value. Now, we print the number that was rolled. This line displays the value of the dice roll. We are concatenating the message with the variable roll. It adds the current dice value, roll, to the total. The result is stored back into the variable total. This happens every time the loop runs. Before using the total variable, we should initialize it first. After the loop ends, we print the total number of rolls. Finally, the program displays the overall total. Now, we'll run the code to check if everything is working properly. We are adding separator lines before and after the total so that the final result stands out clearly in the console. Great, the output matches our expectations. Our dice game is now working correctly. Now, we are creating a method called printDice. And it should be static. This method should take an argument of type int named roll. Now, we should create a local string variable named dice1 inside the method. Now, we create the ASCII design for the dice. First, we print 7 dashes to form the top border of the dice. This line acts as the upper boundary of our dice box. We use dashes to make the dice look like a real square. This improves the visual appearance of our output. Next, we print 3 lines with vertical bars on both sides. These lines form the middle portion of the dice. We leave spaces between the bars to place the dots later. Next, we copy the dash line and print it at the bottom to close the box. This line forms the bottom border of the dice. Now our dice structure is complete. To add the bullet symbol, press Windows key +R. After typing char map, click OK to launch the character map. Search for the bullet character, copy it from character map, and paste it inside the dice design. ASCII dice to create the dots. This represents the value 1 on a real dice.